ranked number 3, junior All-American. Last year was his first year as a starter.
Nice single leg here. Jumped right back into it. Good scramble by Martin, but he better be careful here. He's got to worry about staying and getting off his back. And how Brown has settled his hips back here. He's got that left leg further back, and now he's able to get to a neutral position. But Brown held him there a long time. Took maybe a lot of energy out of him.
There's 2 points for Matt Brown.
Really impressive drop and drive shot where he dropped his chest over that leg and exploded into that leg and leg of his opponent. Nice job of scrambling as well.
Well, you've talked about it, Jim. Matt Brown knows how to put things together at this weight. It's so tough, but when you can score like Matt Brown can, you got an advantage.
You know, this weight class, so many good athletes have a difficult time, scoring on each other. But see, Matt Brown seems to have kind of got that edge in the back half of last season where he was able to go ahead and put points on the board. And he lost in overtime to a great wrestler in the top position, and Chris Perry, but from Oklahoma State. But he was all throughout the Big Tens and the NCAA tournament. He was putting points up all the way. They weren't just 3-2 matches, 3-2 wins. He was able to go ahead and get on his shot.
A quick warning, and that's because they head down to the body language, and this is what Tom Ryan is probably going to address. I mean, no reason to have that body language, but it really called attention from the official.
A great point, Tim. You see that no wrinkle in the back of the neck. I talk about having a wrinkle in the back of the neck. That means you're putting back pressure into the guy. He actually feels you, and so
he called for that in a way by having that head down.
No doubt.
Out of bounds. Matt Brown, NCAA's Elite 89 award winner last year. There are 89 various championships of all sports, and the top academic person gets that Elite 89 award, and Matt Brown won it for wrestling last year.
Very impressive. Stops the first move of Martin. And not a guy that's known to getting a lot of back points unless he gets them from the feet. But the other thing that he does very well, Tim, is that he keeps good position. He's always usually a half head lower. He'll drop in on that single leg. He'll come back and shoot like a head to the outside shot, a high crotch shot to that leg that's taped up. It's mainly a single.
Well, Matt Brown is good in all positions. He's gotten so much better on the mat. But Jim, you've pointed out when you were coaching, it was so important who you wrestle in the room. But how do you not get better when you're wrestling Ruth and Taylor every day?
Yeah, Morgan McIntosh, a little bit bigger guy, and the same thing that we may be able to see here at 97 for Penn State. That was what's so impressive about the first 5 matches. We knew that Penn State would have a decided advantage, but those first 5 guys went out there and wrestled like the last 5 have been doing all season.
2-1 as we near the end of the first period.
4, 3.
Minute and a half of riding time already built up by Matt Brown. He's dominated, even though the score looks close. It was a dominating first period for Matt Brown.
Yeah, he controlled every position, every tie.
Brown will choose down. Martin deferred. Brown gets the choice.
This is a position. He was ridden out last year at the NCAA finals, but I think he's really improved in this position right here where he's in the bottom position coming up, and now he's going to do a little hand fighting right now. You're going to drop your hip a little bit, sticks his rear end back. Now, when you do that, you're usually looking for some sort of shoulder roll. Nice job of posting the hand on the mat. If you get an opportunity to see that again and replay this, you're trying to teach junior high wrestlers there how to get out from that hands lock position here. Notice how he dropped his hips, created a little hip separation, put his hand on the mat, didn't reach for the switch, put his hand on the mat, and allowed him to get a little bit further out, turn his hips, and come back in and attack.
Well, this scoring by Matt Brown is real impressive, and Mark Martin, he last year as an NCAA qualifier, he drew Dake in the first round and took him scoreless into the third period. Has a lot of talent. He's out of St. Edward's High School in Strongsville, Ohio, in the Cleveland area, and yet took Kyle Dake, 4-time NCAA champion, scoreless into the third period, but Brown able to break through early here on Mark Brown today, or Mark Martin.
Yeah, you could see how that could happen because he's pretty effective on his feet. He's moving pretty well. Beautiful single leg, a lot of penetration right there. And as Martin tries to spin back into him, he switches to a double.
The meet summary coming below on your screen here. All Penn State except at 133, where Johnny DeJulius beat a Gain Gulabon. Very close match at 133. That's Ohio State's only win. There's another takedown after an escape, and Brown's starting to turn his motor on.
Yeah, he is. Sensing a distinct advantage right now. Again, with Martin putting his head down, he's able to stuff the head. And that time he circled to the other side. You know, he's been getting that single leg to Martin's right. Another stall warning for a point. And that time he stuffed the head and moved the other direction, and it was pretty easy to get that double.
Brown keeping the pressure on here as we near the end of the second period. It's 8-2. One of those points for him is a stall, a stalling penalty point, a technical violation.
Well, this is one of those matches, again, that's not going to make Tom Ryan very happy, because there's opportunities to compete here, and Martin is choosing not to.
Again, Tom Ryan, one of the top coaches in college wrestling today. The Big Ten, full of top coaches, and that's why they're the best conference in the nation when it comes to college wrestling.
Another stall warning there for a point.
Minute and a half left in the third period.
Already 2 points of penalties by stalling offered up to Matt Brown. And so the escape.
He only gets one more.
Right back in on that single leg. And pretty disciplined here. A lot of guys will come right for that head right away, and he's able to go ahead. But that's just not, you're just not competing right there. Not competing. Allowed that leg to come in, just buried your head. Something's, you know, Tom mentioned that in the break. And this is evidence, more evidence.
2 back points for Matt Brown. Over 3 minutes of riding time, 13-3 lead. 35 seconds left in the third period here. And Matt Brown, last year's NCAA runner-up, having his way with Mark Martin from Ohio State. And just a runaway. 20 seconds left, 15-4.
Yeah, just a one-and-done type of effort there by Martin. And you just got to be able to go ahead and square up and compete.
And you hear the crowd agreeing with you, Jim, and asking for that next penalty point. But time will run out. And Matt Brown, 16-4 winner. That's a major decision. That's 4 more points for Penn State. They go up 23-3 after 7 matches.